Welcome to The Lion and the Shadow, Idi Amin's Life and Legacy. This story is read by me, Mugisha, and produced with Bantu Studio. Join us as we continue the journey, chapter by chapter, exploring the rise, reign, and fall of Idi Amin. Narration, Chapter 5. By the end of the 1960s, Uganda had become a nation on edge. President Milton Obote held power tightly, using emergency laws, political repression, and the army to crush opposition. But within the military, one figure was rising too fast for Obote's comfort: Idi Amin. Amin had built his reputation as a fearless soldier, a national boxing champion, and a loyal enforcer of Obote's orders. But Obote began to suspect that Amin's loyalty was fading. Reports reached him that Amin was moving money, making secret deals, and strengthening personal ties with soldiers who would obey him over the president. In 1970, Obote tried to weaken Amin by reducing his powers and tightening control over the army, but it was too late. The relationship of allies had become a relationship of rivals. The final break came in January 1971. Obote traveled to Singapore for a meeting of the Commonwealth. While he was away, Amin seized his chance. On January 25, 1971, Idi Amin launched a coup d'etat. Tanks rolled through the streets of Kampala. Soldiers loyal to Amin surrounded key government buildings, radio stations, and military posts. Gunfire rang out as Amin's men took control of the capital. By the end of the day, the radio announced that the army had taken power. Obote was out, Amin was in. Crowds poured into the streets cheering. For many Ugandans, the coup felt like liberation. Obote's government had grown unpopular, and Amin, with his booming voice and easy laughter, seemed like a man of the people. He promised to release political prisoners, restore democracy, and protect ordinary citizens. The new leader presented himself as humble, even playful. He drove through Kampala in open jeeps, waving at the crowds. He visited markets, churches, and mosques, eating food with ordinary people and joking in multiple languages. To many, he felt like a refreshing change from the stiff, distant politicians of the past. Internationally, Amin was also welcomed at first. Britain and Israel, both of which had trained him, quickly recognized his government. Western governments hoped that Amin's rule would bring stability. But behind the smiles and jokes, a different reality was already unfolding. Amin's coup was not just about removing Obote. It was about seizing absolute power, and once he had it, he had no intention of letting it go. Uganda had entered a new era, one that would soon turn from celebration to fear. This has been Chapter 5, The Coup of 1971, from The Lion and the Shadow, Idi Amin's Life and Legacy. Read by me, Mugisha, and produced with Bantu Studio. Join us in Chapter 6, where we explore the early days of Amin's rule, when hope turned into terror and promises gave way to dictatorship.